Hi everyone, welcome back to this session. So, going to do a quick video on setting realistic targets without putting yourself under too much pressure. So, before we get into that, if you're new here, please make sure you click subscribe on the video, make sure you like and leave a comment if you find this useful because it helps push this out to more parents. So, realistic goal setting. Now, your teacher almost certainly has given you a grade. So maybe you're sat on a grade 5 and you're aiming for a grade 6 or 7. Maybe you're sat on a grade 3 and your teacher has said that you're aiming for a grade 4 and grade 5. So those are school targets. Those are targets that are set for you. It might not necessarily be right for you in this moment. Maybe you're not quite GCSE ready, or maybe you've been targeting a grade 5 and you're getting that fairly comfortably. And maybe we need to try and set you a bit more of an aspirational target. So here's some problems that I see. The first one is you might be so far off your target that your actual target grade might seem very unrealistic, sorry, for where you are right now. So maybe it's too high or too low, and both of them are it's not good for you. The next thing is the target might be causing you way too much stress. So if every revision session feels like pressure rather than you're just adding to the revision part, let's say, then that's not good for you either. Next, if you're aiming for grades, you're not necessarily aiming for marks because grades are emotional. You don't know what the grades mean. If I'm going to say I need to improve my grade by 1 mark, well, what does that mean? Oh, sorry, 1 grade. But if I say I need to improve my grade by 30 marks, it's like, now I can figure out how to get 30 marks. Whereas 1 grade doesn't mean much. Improving by 30 marks does mean something. So let's give you some actions. So I think I've got 5 actions for you guys to have a look at. So first one is find your real starting point. So before choosing a target, you need honesty. Do a quick mock paper. You might have had a recent one. So take a recent one or do one yourself. Note down the total marks, what the grade boundaries are, and what topics you lost marks on. So rather than you saying, I'm currently at this grade 2 and I'm aiming for a 4. I'm currently at grade 6 and I'm aiming for a grade 7, whatever it is. I want you to say, if I were to gain 10 more marks, what would that get me? So let's say this was an example. Say grade 4 is 45 marks and grade 5 is 55. An extra 10 marks gets me another grade. But if grade 4 was 40, an extra 10 marks would get you a higher grade 4. So we can set the standard based on what we've said there. So that's all we're trying to do. Every time we do a new paper, we're trying to get an extra 5 marks. We'll do another paper. Let's get an extra 5 marks. Another paper. Let's best try and beat that by 5 marks. Next, set progress targets first, not a final grade. Because when you say, I want a grade 7, for someone who's sat on grade 6, that's 1 grade improvement. For someone who's sat on a grade 5, that's a 2 grade improvement. You need double the progress. But what you could do, instead of saying, I want to improve by grade 7, like we mentioned before, is I've just sat this mock. I'm going to sit another test paper in 1 week time, and I want to improve my grade by 5 marks. And then we can set a plan to improve by those 5 marks. So I think that's a little bit easier, and it's a bit better on your brain anyway, isn't it? Next is we can say, check if your target is causing you stress or is it causing you drive? So, for example, if you are sat on, say, a grade 3 and you can see grade 4 is within touching distance, that's going to motivate you. That's going to set you a nice target, which is achievable, and you can set the right steps in place to actually achieve that target. But if you're on a grade 2 and you're trying to get a grade 4, or if you're on a grade 5 and you're trying to get a 7, and it seems like it's miles away, and this target is causing you an unbelievable amount of stress, that every revision session, like we mentioned before, is just causing you so much pain and stress, then your target is probably too high. We want to be aspirational. We want to try and set aspirational targets and try and learn how to graft and learn how to hard work and learn how to work and revise once all the motivation has gone. But sometimes it ticks over too much that it's just not worth it. So ask yourself, does the target motivate me or does it make me feel blind panic? So if you're feeling fear, pressure, avoidance, the target might be a little bit too much. So we can tone this down. Next, turn your targets into topic targets. So rather than saying something like we said before, I need to improve by 1 grade, you can say on this paper, I got wrong all the questions on circles. So the next time I practice this paper, another paper, I want to get all the circles questions correct. And that might be a good way to do things. Next is review and reset monthly. So it does say monthly, maybe that should probably say weekly. So what you could do is do a test once a week and mark it. All the stuff you got wrong, you go and revise. So maybe you revise 2 or 3 topics over the course of the week. The next Monday, go and do another paper. And you could have said, I'm going to try and improve by 5 marks. Sit another paper, try and get your extra 5 marks. So maybe that's something you could do. If anyone needs any extra help, you're more than welcome to book in a free class. So my live lessons are on this platform called School. So you're welcome to have a free week on this. So if you click on the link is in the description of the video. So you can click on the link, it takes you through this. There's a short video to explain what everything's about. But essentially, if you click on start the 7-day free trial, you can access all of our live classes, and we've got loads all over the month. So yeah, as I say, you are more than welcome to book that. If you're not quite ready for that, you're welcome to book in one of those lessons, and you can just see what one of those is about rather than having to commit to a full week there. Okay, everyone, hopefully that all made sense. Hopefully you're okay with that. As I say, make sure you click subscribe, click like. If there's anything that you found useful here, just let me know what you found useful in the comment section. Right, cheers, everyone. Speak soon.